Hey, Las Vegas. Welcome back to Realty Check, your local Las Vegas real estate news show. I'm your host, Trish Williams.
I'm your co-host, Tiana Carroll.
And we are here with our market update. October 2022 is the date in the year, and we have all the stats from September that we're going to be bringing to you today, along with the real estate news of what's happening in the market, in the news, and everything.
Yeah, and it's sort of regurgitating the same information over and over.
I feel like a broken record.
Yeah, I feel a little bit like a broken record too. It's the same information sort of week after week. Like this week, our numbers aren't very different than they were last week or the week before or the week before.
You know what's good about that though?
Tell me.
There's the hope that I see of that is it's not, the inventory is not raising and the prices aren't dropping more. We're in this, and I said this, if you could rewind to a show last year, I said, when it starts slowing down, we're just going to hit the stagnation.
Right.
And how long is that stagnation going to last? We don't know. I don't know. I wish we knew. Everyone seems to think January through March next year, things are going to pick up and rates are going to drop.
That's what I'm hearing too. They're thinking by spring, summer, that'll be a good, the last good time to get into the market.
You're right, and the best time for sellers too. So that is that's what our crystal ball says.
Yeah, yeah. You better be working this time. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm bringing this crystal ball to the show.
All right, we'll set it right there on the coffee table. It'll be fine.
Yeah, summon some real estate
All right,
people.
so let's talk numbers then, because I mean this show is the market update. We are going to talk a lot about numbers. There's going to be numbers thrown at you all over the place.
Aren't you excited?
Yeah, my analytical side is thrilled. Yeah, no, I'm too expressive for numbers. I mean, I obviously track them. They are our forecaster. They let us know what the market's doing and how to navigate it. But they're kind of boring if you don't love numbers, which I don't.
Yeah, well, we have 7,883 single-family homes on the market.
So again, week after week after week after week, we're just playing right there in just under 8,000 homes available, single-family. This isn't townhomes or condos or anything. These are just single-family homes that we're tracking.
Yep, and then when we bring you the September stats, we have a separate section for those if people are wondering what's going on with those. We're not excluding them completely.
No,
we just
love
try
them.
to keep
I love condos and townhomes. I think they are a great housing option.
Yeah, we're just trying to keep the perspective good for you guys there to understand how many single family homes are there. And then price reductions. We had 1,694 price reductions.
Right. So our price reductions are slowing down. We were 1,800, and now they've slightly come down to just under 1,700 price reductions that happened, which is good and an indicator, right? Because we're seeing a lot of seller burnout. People are making the price reductions, and houses aren't moving. I mean, we are back to regular real estate where homes will sit and people have options and there's not as many showings. What did they report, 2 months ago, that the average showings 1 month ago was 2 per week versus the
2 per month.
2 per Okay, now you're just hurting my heart. Stop it.
2 to 4.
Yeah.
Showing time statistics. And showing time is the portal that many realtors will use to have their showings scheduled. And, we use it to set up showings or whatever. So it tracks data. And yes, so the average showings were 2 to 4 per month.
I like 2 to 4 per week better.
Yeah, so that's a tough one, in tracking that average, saying if you don't have at least 2 people in the first month, then we probably need to adjust because that's what the average is. So we're definitely in a different world. And what really is so hard for me to grasp is when sellers finally say okay, I am ready to adjust the price. Do you remember when a $5,000 price adjustment was the magic pill? You do that, and people were like, "Why did $5,000 make such a difference?" And you go from no showings to 10 by just adjusting by $5,000. That's no longer happening. When we are doing adjustments, you need to be the best price home, not just in your subdivision anymore. Right now, when I'm going over comps, I'm reviewing them, I'm like, hey, people are looking in this area what are homes priced at all around this area?
Okay, so that I have to agree with that 100%. I find that very, very interesting because usually when I go to run comps, I run it specifically for the neighborhood, no more than a half mile. I'm really concerned about that very honed in number. And now people, because they do have options, they're like, oh, but a mile away I could get this or I could get that. And then going back again to, hi, I'm Tiana. I'm a broken record. And it's all about condition right now.
Yeah.
When I go onto a listing appointment, before it'd be like, let's clean it up, vacant cells. Now it's like, no, we're patching holes, we're putting in new paint, we're fixing the landscaping, we're staging again. We're doing all of the things that this roller coaster of 2022 has taken off the real estate table to get things moving again.
Absolutely. And we are going to have a stager on our show pretty soon.
Woo-hoo, I'm so excited about that.
I am excited about that too. It's Leah Soares. She's amazing. She's great in the industry. I can't wait to have her on the show to talk about that because it is making a difference in the homes and how they're selling.
Well, absolutely. Aesthetically, it's the beauty contest again. And now we need to have these beautiful homes showing, and a stager is invaluable with their sort of take on keeping everything in scale and right proportions for the room and giving buyers when they walk in that, aha, I could live here. I could be so happy here.
Experience, right?
I love that.
Yeah, the buyers want the experience again. So that is great. And the, sellers are the price reductions lowering, and it's down by about 100. On average.
Not a significant number, right?
But yeah, so that is, I feel like that's a promising number to see it dropping, but it's also, some people are just burnt out from reducing and just not generating that activity, which we're seeing a lot too. So, so we'll see what happens. We're just, we're in this, stagnation period.
Yeah.
But let's get into the news.
Okay. Talk to me, girl. What are you seeing today?
Do you know what boxables are?
Boxables. Are they like the pods and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
A boxable is Mr. Elon Musk.
Oh, I know what boxables are. They are the accordion houses.
Yeah.
They're like little tiny homes. They're really suites, right? I don't think they have like
a
kitchen.
casita.
Yeah.
It unboxes in an hour.
Yeah.
We have a manufacturer plant here in North Las Vegas. And their price to deliver is based off of distance. So if you're getting it delivered here in Vegas, you're getting that delivered at a low price. And they deliver across the country. I'm sure they do it nationwide or worldwide even, who knows.
Yeah, there's a company in Sweden, which is their competition, that does the same thing, and they ship worldwide.
Okay, yeah. So these are basically little tiny home casitas you unbox in your backyard, and they look pretty awesome. Anyways, they have, they're now available for delivery. So if you want to add a suite into your backyard or onto your house, you can contact them and put in your order.
All right.
Their specifics, I'm not sure about how they work, sewer, plumbing, and all that, but who needs that stuff?
Right. Yeah, that's an interesting point. Like, are they self-contained like a motorhome where you have a tank and it's just the same? Or do you slab it? Do you throw plumbing and sewer to it?
I don't know. I'd have to look into that. In slab, that's an interesting thing too. Like, where do you put this? How does it work? Does it have its own slab? I don't know. More information.
Just throw it on some pallets in the back and you're off. Okay.
Yeah, when you guys find out, let me know. But they do have little bathrooms in them, so you think there's got to be a solution. And, Elon's so smart. I'm sure he thought of everything.
Oh, boy.
But, okay.
Are we going to fangirl out over here?
I just like the cars. I don't know.
Just stay on topic then. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. So the other thing in the news, Realtor.com had posted trends and house prices are dropping, and the cities that are declining the most. We're number 7. Lucky number 7 for Vegas.
Lucky number 7. That's good for us. A lucky number 7.
We're declining. We're the 7th most declining city.
Well,
across
they're
the nation.
they're taking into account things like Austin and Seattle and Phoenix, Vegas. We had that big exodus to those cities during the pandemic. People wanted to go and try new places, see new things. Those were the cities that had the most amount of growth, so it's only expected that we'd be the ones that correct the fastest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
So there are some interesting factors, though, in correction, because I was reading reports that were saying how much faster we are already starting to correct than other cities. And I love that.
Yes, that's true. Again, looking at the perspective of it, I was reviewing numbers yesterday on a home that we sold in 2019, early 2020. I think it was the end of 19, early 2020.
Ah, the good old days.
The good old days. Yeah, before the world went crazy. And that home's value, even with the adjusted value right now, or the adjusted value based on the market right now, had still gone up 100,000 from that time period to now, and that's only in a couple of years.
Right.
Very interesting. I mean, that is more than normal equity that we're seeing. People have gained over the last couple of years.
So healthy growth would be somewhere in the 6 to 8, maybe pushing 10%, and that's what you kind of want to see each year of that appreciation. Then we had this Wild West roller coaster ride where we were seeing like 23 to 25% appreciation. Well, that's not healthy for anybody, right? So now we've pumped the brakes, we've slowed down a little, we've come down. Now we're playing in the teens on the appreciation. But all in all, I always come back to real estate is a long-term hold. And it is important to not freak out. That smidget of the pandemic where people were coming in and making profits within 18 months, that's not wise. That's not healthy. Lucky them. I wish I bought everything up and was able to sell it out and keep flipping and making all of that money during the time. But in reality, real estate is the long-term hold. And as a long-term hold, Vegas is looking pretty damn healthy. Can I say damn?
Yeah, you could say damn all you want. We're on the internet.
Well,
yeah.
Damn it, I'm saying it.
You could say more than damn.
Ooh, don't give me that. Don't say that to me.
One of the things that I remember kind of telling people back in before, the 2008 through 10, which interesting enough, I wasn't even in real estate, but I remember having a lot of real estate conversations.
Well, it's always been something you've been interested in.
Yeah, I've always been, just very, very interested in real estate. And a lot of people that were losing their homes or had lost their homes for whatever reason during that time, I kept on saying it's because you're like using your home as an ATM. People were pulling out their equity. They were like making their payments unaffordable, using temporary adjustable rate mortgages, all of this stuff. They were using their homes as ATMs because of the appreciation happening so fast. And hopefully with all of this happening as fast as it did and everything that was here, the good thing is we didn't have like crazy stuff out there that could get people into situations where they couldn't pay their mortgage or do things like that. So hopefully that didn't turn into the case and we won't see a lot of people losing their homes.
Yeah, I don't see that. I don't see that at all because you're right. In that whole like 2, 5, 6, 7, people were pulling out tons of money buying jet skis and boats and things that weren't appreciating assets, and it did cause havoc on everything because everybody's like, we're rich, woohoo! Pistols in the air, bang, 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 bang. But it's been a little bit different now, and because we do have the equity in homes, people are holding on to that equity, which is going to be a great indicator on how they maintain that wealth on their long-term hold. Also, it's going to sort of keep our foreclosure numbers down. I think there was like 163 NODs in September or notice of default for everybody out there. So I don't see a lot of foreclosures on the forecast because instead of having to get rid of the home or not having equity and doing a short sale, now they can pull out those HELOCs and maintain until we finish correcting and then, grow again.
Yeah, hopefully we do have a recovery and it doesn't put people into those situations. So according to a smart asset analysis.
Analysis. Got you, girl. I got you.
Yeah. That in one of the nation's quickly slowing housing markets, we hit it there too. So they've been talking a lot about Vegas. There's been a drop in home demand in Las Vegas that has been one of the heavier spots in the U.S. And that, of course, there's more homes on the market almost by double than that are selling every month. And we know that. We report that. We know it.
Right now we do sort of this thing in the real estate business where we have a seller's market, we have a buyer's market, and then we have a balanced market. It's how we refer to things. And right now we determine that on how many months of inventory we have. So if you have 1 month of inventory like we did back in May, then you are 100% in a seller's market. Right now we have about 4 months of inventory in our stockpile, and the units sold last month were only 2,030.
Yeah. We have those. We'll begin to those numbers here in just a second. But yes, you are absolutely right. 2,030. Good job.
What's up?
Yeah.
See, who says I don't like numbers? Me. I say it.
So since housing slowing down is a public policy issue right now,
Yeah.
we are going to see some 2023 session in Nevada legislature that's going to be discussing that, property taxes, some landlord-tenant issues. Housing is a big topic that's on their agenda to discuss and work on. I think, here's my crystal ball again,
All right.
we're going to start rolling out some programs for the first-time home buyers again.
Yep.
With the rates the way that they are, and I know they're trying to curb inflation, but also a big issue is getting these first-time home buyers into homes. Got to have programs out there for them again. And we have Home is Possible, still a good program, but the rates, with the rates where they're at right now, the rates on that are very hard to imagine.
Yeah, well, because those rates are typically higher than what regular rates are. If you can go FHA or conventional, it makes more sense to do that. But if you do need that assistance, then it's a good option. But it's a bit of a smokescreen in the fact that people think they're getting like 3 to 5%, but like a percent of that is going towards lender fees, and you're getting a higher interest rate.
Yeah.
So it gets you into the market, which is a good thing, and we want you to be in the market. But it also, if you can do it without that program, it would benefit you in the long run.
And one of the negative things about that program at the moment in the current environment that we're in is it has a 3 to 5 year, depending on the type of home is possible that you choose, that you would have to pay back the assistance, or it's prorated. You'd have to pay back that amount if you do a refi or sell the home or anything like that. Well, with rates where they are right now, in the next year or so, if they come down, those people are gonna want to refi. So it's not a great program for people right now. It's a program for people who need it, and it's a good program. Any program is a good program for people who need it, but not the most attractive. So I'm hoping we'll see something great come out of this legislature meeting.
Yeah, which will be great, which also means that'll be my CE classes for law next year.
Oh, yes.
I'll get to learn all about what they said in legislature, what the new things are, and get my CE.
And bring it to the show,
and
so
bring
we can
it to
tell
the
everybody
show.
about it. So, Federal Reserve is trying to cool off the housing market, trying to fix inflation, but that doesn't exist.
Oh boy.
I wish they would all just communicate with each other and get to the bottom of this. What's happening? The news is so insane right now. Another thing is they've been trying to, and this sounds so absurd to me. They're trying to cool off the job market to fix inflation. Like what? They're trying to destroy everything. So
Cool off the job market to fix inflation? I don't know what you're talking about, if I'm being honest. That sounds crazy.
New York Times, in their article, they said Federal Reserve has been trying to cool off the job market as part of its fight against inflation. And now it's finally starting to get results. So they're trying to cool off the housing market. They're trying to cool off the job market. Apparently, by affecting our pockets, it's stopping inflation. I don't know. I don't know. Can we vote them out?
Well, I don't know if you know what happens next month.
So hopefully that happens. Yeah. No, I don't really know how the person in charge of the Federal Reserve gets that position, but but they're not my favorite person right now.
I think they win a Yahtzee game, right?
Is that what happens?
Yeah, I think that's how it goes.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Congratulations, you get to be in charge of the Fed.
Yeah, like you ever seen that movie Idiocracy where they're just like, yeah, this person won a lottery and got to be in charge. So,
yeah, no, I didn't see that.
yeah, that's funny. That's what's happening in our country too.
All right, opinions.
No, I'm just joking. Anyways, so for September, our monthly housing market update. These are all of our statistics reported by the Las Vegas Realtors Association.
Yep. All the numbers.
All of the numbers.
Just pages and pages of numbers.
We got pages here. So these numbers are just letting you know the health of our market, snapshot of what happened over the last month, and what was the summary of everything that we went through.
Yep, tracking those numbers. So like we said, the units sold were about 2,000, well, not about, exactly 2,030 units sold, and we ended up taking 3,376 new listings.
Okay.
So
percentage-wise, if you're into if you're really into numbers,
if you love percentages.
yeah. So units sold were down 36.7%. New listings were down 8.5% from the previous month. Units available they ended out at 8,121, and that's single family, up 134.5%.
Yeah.
Yeah. So condos and townhomes, they get categorized in a separate category.
Yep.
So units sold for those were 524.
Yep, with 754 new listings. So the total available townhomes and condos that were available was 1,849. And at those, if we go back to the medium home price range of single family, it was 450,000. So that says that it's up 10%. And then for the condos, the medium home price range was 270,000. And that was up almost 20%, 17.4, 17.5, somewhere in there.
From August. So yeah, that's interesting. And the sales prices were actually a bit up from August. So
right, which that means that our prices, that would be an indicator of correction, because we were close to 400. What was it? 472,000 was the highest median home price range, and I believe that was in May of 22. So it sort of dipped down, had that market correction, and then sort of seems to be like at 450 now. So
yep,
a little bit of a change, but nothing ground shattering. Again, long-term hold.
Yeah. So the months of availability, wow, those numbers are up very high on both single family and condos and townhouse units. So we're at 4 months of effective availability in single family homes, and
so it's pretty balanced.
Yep, 3.5 months of that in condos and townhouses. Pretty balanced, but single families up 270.7%, and your condos and townhomes are up 388.3% in availability. So we are seeing a lot more of those. And one thing that I just noticed this yesterday, working with a client, creating a search, seeing what's available based on their pre-approval and going through all of that. Condos and townhouses, they've been in the, median home price 270, so 270 to 300 range over the last couple of years. That's the price that gets you into a condo or townhome.
Right.
We're starting to see that price be able to get single family homes again. Smaller homes.
Yeah. No, I've seen them too come on the market. Cute little bungalows in some historic areas of town, and there's a lot of renovation and construction and stuff. When I drive around the city, it makes me so optimistic that things will correct themselves quickly and easily, because I'm seeing so much stuff being built, so many things coming down and new things going up, and just options out there for people. I do laugh when I see that the 300,000 is the condos. I'm like, oh, do you remember when that was a big old house in Vegas?
A big house in Vegas.
Big house in Vegas.
300,000 was like, woo, you're getting a really nice home with a pool.
Yep. The good old days. The good old days.
The good old days. Yeah.
So we haven't seen that in a while.
And I'm curious, this is a thought that was actually just going through my head this morning, is that coming back? Like, are we going to go that far? I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. I think that's just going to be pipe dreams right there, hoping that you can get in. And I'm just going to wait for the market to crash, crash, crash. It's not going to be a crash, crash, crash. It's going to be a correction. Now we know that 2 quarters of negative will take us into a recession. And we've had 2 quarters of negative. So are we officially saying it's a recession? It's a light recession. Wink, wink. But it seems that it's going to be correcting itself pretty quickly because we're already starting to stabilize, at least in our inventory and our prices. Construction's moving on the valley, both in the home sector, but also commercials going up all over.
Yeah, I do. I really do believe in the concept that people are thinking January or February next year things are going to pick up, because I am seeing, I don't think we're going to be going down too far from where we're at right now.
Yeah, I
It's
have
just-
to agree with that.
It's just patience.
There's
you know?
nothing to indicate that it's going to be a massive drop.
Yeah.
Nothing that I'm seeing anyway. And if you're seeing it, text me, call me, tell me about it. I'd
Yeah.
love to know if you guys are seeing different than what we're seeing. But being here in the business, getting the numbers, watching the ebb and flow of our business, it seems pretty predictable, exactly what we thought was going to happen at this point.
Right, right. And sellers are they're getting burnt out. They're getting discouraged. It's really just a matter of, and I hate to be that person, right? To just say, just wait it out, just let this do what it's going to do and wait it out. But I really do believe that that's where we're at. We're either at a spot where, to get your home sold, you're going to have to, drop that price, get that price to where it's the best.
So is that
or
your favorite
wait it.
strategy then? Let me ask you that. For price, because for me it seems to be helping buyers. So instead of lowering prices, paying for closing costs or buying down interest rates
Yes.
seem to be more beneficial than dropping list price, at least in what I'm seeing.
Absolutely. However, what I've been seeing from buyers' perspective is they're putting that in their offers regardless of the price.
Right.
The buyers are expecting that now. So it's not, if the seller's not offering it, it doesn't mean the buyer's not going to ask for it.
Yeah, well, the buyer can always ask for whatever they want, and everything that I am writing up for buyers is asking for concessions
Yeah.
in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
So it is definitely how I'm sweetening the pot.
Right, right. Yeah. So I think, I think that buyers know and think that that's an option on everything that they're making offers on right now. So our days on the market, our average days on the market is, it's looking like there's 58.8% of homes in September sold still 0 to 30 days. 31 to 60% were 31 to 60 days was 28.4%. So still, we're still in pretty much a 60 to 90 day market. I think there's some homes that are selling within the first 30 days. I think we're seeing more slowdown even this month than we did in September.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna say that. I think when we see October's numbers, it's gonna be like, oh, so it is a little bit slower, just
Yeah.
because we're already halfway through this month, or pretty dang close to it, and you're already seeing the days adding up, the little bit of changes, and we're gonna go through them. It's not that I'm saying we're not going to go through them. We are, but I don't think it's going to be as dramatic as everybody is anticipating.
Right. And, with the Fed announcing another rate hike, that didn't incentivize buyers
November
to move any
2nd?
faster.
Yeah, so I'm seeing lenders getting, I don't want to say creative because it's not creative, but they are now exercising other options that they were leaving on the waste sides before. Like right now, there was a 63% increase in mortgage rate applications that were on ARMs. So that's how people are sort of navigating. They're taking on those adjustable rate mortgages again.
So I came to, and being, I don't really call myself a numbers person. But
neither do I. I think we established that at the beginning of the show.
But I tend to get a little bit analytical on certain things just because I have to understand them. So I have to be able to see, view, and work out the numbers to be able to make the understanding. Right.
No, I get that. That's why I'm tracking them too. I have to know what's going on. Do I love it? Nah.
Yeah. So these like 2-1 buy downs. So 2-1 buy downs, the concept of that is basically the seller is paying a buy down temporarily for like the first 2 years. It's like a certain amount for the first year.
Right, like 2 points down your first year, 1 point down your second year, and then the third year you got your regular interest rate.
Correct. Yes. So the cost for this is it's okay. And maybe this wouldn't work, but maybe it would. I feel like it would cost it would cost the sellers a lot less to offer something similar, but without it being a 2-1 buy down and just saying, we'll offer you a credit off your monthly payment every month for this amount for the first year and this amount for the second year, have it as a lump sum credit towards buyers' closing costs, towards buyers' whatever, and the buyers can use that for that. They probably won't. That's the bad thing about it.
I was just going to say, you're awfully optimistic that the buyer will take that chunk of change and do what they're supposed to do for it. Because I'm telling you, if you give my buyers a chunk of change, first thing they do are like, appliance package, wow, floors.
Yeah, carpet, flooring, whatever.
Yeah.
But it would be a smarter thing to do if they were like, okay, I got this credit and this is to make my payment lower, and I'm going to put this in a separate account. So if my payment next, for the home is $2,200 and I have $200 off the payment every month for the first year, then I'm going to take this $200 and apply it towards extra principal towards my payment for the two. That would be the smart thing to do. But yes,
so
that would it would cost less to do it that way. And this is something that I'm actually thinking and all you other realtors out there might take my idea, but that's okay. You can all use it.
We're share.
Of talking to sellers as that being an option or an offer or paying a year's HOA dues.
Yeah,
Things like that.
I agree that you have to get creative and that we're going to start looking for things that we can entice to make these deals come together because they're becoming few and far between, and we have to make sure that we're servicing our clients and getting them into contract, whether they're buyer or seller. I personally just love the old school interest rate buy down and be done with it. Better than a 2-1 buy down or anything like that.
Yeah.
Just buy the point down from the jump. Your interest is going to be low through the course of that loan.
Yeah, and that's not a temporary fix. It's not as big. It's not as big as a jump, but it's a more stable one that you can count on for the entire term.
Yeah, if you plan on staying there an entire term. Most of my clients don't. I think average is like 7 to 10 years. People are moving, whether up or down, downsizing, upsizing. So people are rarely in their home, especially in Vegas, in that full 30-year term. But I like a good interest rate buy down.
Yeah, for a 1/4 point buy down on the last loan estimate I looked at, 1/4 point buy down costs 2.83%.
Yep.
Percent in points. So that was that's a
no. It's steep.
It's costly.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
No doubt, it's steep. I have expensive taste. I don't know what to tell you.
So, how do people get a hold of you if they want to talk numbers?
Well, definitely call me because I love them. No, I will absolutely sit down and talk to anybody about numbers and what's going on in the market because they are the indicators. If they want to reach out, they can call me. They can text me 702-379-9948. And if they want to talk to you, because you love numbers too, how do they get a hold of you?
702-308-2878. And we can talk numbers and we can also talk strategies, creative plans. Let's put our heads together and try to figure out something to, if you're selling your home or you're looking to buy a home, let's get creative because we're in the market now where you can get creative on all kinds of things and see what you could do.
Yeah, no, it's fun. I like all of the contracts and things that I'm working on now and the clients that I'm working with now because it is exciting and there is a little bit of creativity, which in this business we don't have a lot of free range when it comes to stuff like that. So it's good to have this time in the market.
Yeah, we have it now. So throw it out there. Let's talk about it. Let's create a strategy. And if you are looking to get a question answered, we have listeners' questions. VegasRealtyCheck@gmail.com. Email us. We'll be able to answer your questions here live on the show. Reach out to us. You can message us on Facebook. If you're following us, please continue. Like, comment, download, share. Tell your friends about our show, and we will see you next week.
Wait, before we leave, don't send us off yet.
No.
Because I know that you wanted to promote your community event for the trunk or treat.
Trunk or treat. Thank you.
Here we go.
We're in October. It's the October monthly update, and
Spooky season is upon us.
yay! So in October, we are having a trunk or treat. We do client appreciation events every 3 months. They're big events. Everybody's welcome. Free to you and the family to attend, or free to you and your friends, your neighbors, anybody to attend. Bring them down. Trunk or treat is fun. We have a ton of cars participate. They pass out candy. We have a haunted house. There's food trucks there. There's live music. It's going to be in our Green Valley office, 2230 Corporate Circle, Suite 250. We're right off of Green Valley Parkway in the 215.
Yes, ma'am.
And you will not recognize me that day because I am not going to look like Trish. But come down and say hi.
We'll have to scope you out. I'm like, she's just this tall.
Yeah.
she's a little shrimp cocktail. You'll see her.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll still know who I am.
Yeah, you'll be able to find me too.
Yeah.
I'll just tower over everybody.
Just look for the tall girl or the short girl. You'll figure it out. So come down, see us, say hi. We'd love to see you. If you're watching our show, you're following us, and we've never met you in person,
come meet us.
Come say hi.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself. So, so we will see you there. That's going to be October 28th, 6 to 8 p.m. And we hope to see you.
All right. Now we can say goodbye and to see you guys next week.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a great week, you guys.